Here with Liquid Wayto, Peter, on day 2 of MLG. We started out pretty crappy, but just turned it around with a nice game win against Alliance. What are the differences between that game and the first ones?
Believe it or not, but for that Lions game, we didn't prepare as much as we did for the other games. So I think the main deciding factor is that the other games we just overthought things too much, and it's like we outpicked ourselves, we outlaned ourselves, like they didn't beat us, we beat ourselves. And in that Alliance game, we went into that game with the momentum or the mindset of we're going to play this game the same way we play our online games, like relax, not thinking too much about things and just playing our own game. And it worked out really well. And hopefully we can continue that and, come back through the upper bracket.
There was some heated exchange in the booth after the loss against Sigma. What were you guys talking about?
That game, there was some people got mad in that game, and we needed to calm them down, and we.
Who's some people?
Do I have to mention their names? Or
no, you don't have to. It's fine.
It's not like they just said.
It's normal team stuff.
Yeah, it's normal team stuff. Yeah, people were just frustrated, and because we knew that game was going to be so important for us, because we knew that if we beat Sigma, pretty much we had to win versus Alliance, which we did. And we knew that if we beat Sigma, we would have been in a really good spot to make it into the upper bracket as well. But unfortunately, we couldn't beat, Sigma. So that's why that game was tempers rose a bit, because we knew how important it was to us. And it could be a deciding game in whether we make it out of the group stages or not.
So this is the first LAN tournament, I guess, officially, not including Nexon, of all of you guys being together. What have you learned, finally, playing with these guys in real life versus online? What's the difference?
What did I learn about their personalities?
Yeah, are they exactly as you expect, or are they different, or what?
Yeah, they're pretty much they're the same people offline as online. So, it's nothing different, Sam's weird. Quick was being European, and, TC and Fluff are a quieter type of people. So, it's the same thing as online, really. Nothing new to expect from them.
What do you think Liquid's sole thing that they need to improve on the most is? What do you think we need to improve the most?
Just being more consistent, because it's we always had this thing where pretty much I feel for when we play online, we need to be able to beat NaVi and Alliance at more of a consistent level, because even when we go on our streaks, it's one of those teams always end up taking a game away from us, or the series, we always lose to them. So we feel that just comes because they've been together longer, they're more experienced, they synergize better together because they've been playing longer together. And another thing that I think we're going to start working on is playing LAN and online the same way, when you go into these LAN tournaments, you should just do the same thing you do online. You shouldn't overthink things, you should just play your game, and just because it's just because it's a LAN tournament, pretty much the way I see it, it's LAN and offline are the same thing, or LAN and online, they're the same type of thing, It's
Do you think do you think people are right when they're Liquid does worse when it
LAN, comes to LAN? Yeah, I do think they're right now, because obviously in Korea we didn't play that well. At MLG we're not doing so hot, but online it's just so different, We can beat all the teams, but we lose to NaVi and Alliance.
You got a lot of stuff coming up. This tournament, and then DreamHack, and then the D2CL finals, and then still in D2L. All that stuff is coming up. Are you guys playing the same consistent style, or are you still experimenting, trying new things? What's the plan?
I think we're gonna still play the same style. We just added in like a couple new heroes. Like we like the way that Alliance ran Alchemist. So and we know that our playstyle is a lot like Alliance, due to the fact that they have Bulldog and we have a baby Bulldog. So we tend to take ideas from Alliance and turn and make it into things that will work for us. Like that Alchemist support pick, we pretty much got it from them because they really like this Weaver, Alchemist, Crystal Maiden lane, and we know that like Alchemist synergizes really well with cores such as like Weaver for minus armor and Gyrocopter because flat cannons like AoE minus armor. So those are like some new heroes, and the reason we picked up Bane versus Alliance was because we favor Venomancer, Crystal Maiden, and Visage, but then Venom was banned and they took Crystal Maiden and Visage, so we were just left with, we wanted an easy setup for the Alchemist, so we ended up taking Bane.
Been a while since we talked. I talked to you and Fog at TI. Has anything changed about what's going on in your life?
Nothing's changed really other than my Dota team.
What's the biggest difference between I know you probably get asked this a lot, but what's the biggest difference between Liquid and Dignitas before?
Definitely the individual skill level. I feel like the players that I have now, like they're a lot more skilled mechanically, so it's easier to work with them that way, and like it just, because they're so skilled mechanically, we're not limited to certain heroes or anything as well. We can play any hero that we want to play. That's a really big difference between my new team and my old team.
And is it, you guys are all TI veterans now? You've all been to at least one. Some of you been to two. Is it always just eyes on the prize? Like, is it just focus on TI4? Everything is in preparation for TI4, or is it just take it a tournament at a time?
To me, it's focus on TI4. Everything up until TI4 will just be a learning experience. Even if you win something big, you still have to work really hard, because ideally your end goal would be to like a top 3 finish at TI4.
Okay. Well, I see you're pretty focused. Try not to rattle you too much, but tell us some stuff about your personal life. What have you been doing? What do people not know about you?
What do people not know about me?
Yeah. I know you're a K-pop fan.
I am a K-pop fan.
Do you frequent the Korean music discussion thread on TL?
I honestly, like I still haven't posted anything on my TL account, but yeah, that was like one of the sections I kind of lurked on, but I just didn't post anything. But
you should. They love you in that thread.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I lurked on the Korean drama section and the K-pop music section, actually.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to our fans and my friends. I guess that's it. Yeah.
Well, check out other interviews. Make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. What's your Twitter?
That Liquid Wayto.
Spelled T-O, Wayto.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back with more interviews.